Good morning, YouTube family. How are you? This is gonna just be short and sweet. I'm tired, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, and I've had some side effects from what I think is the surgery. My statistics, I'm gonna post them up here. So I lost 1.1 pounds, and I had to step on the scale twice for that. The first time said I lost 0.9 pounds. So I guess I could say it's a 1 pound loss. Being that I'm stuck at eating between 500 to 800 calories, no more than 800, so I keep it above 500. It's been about 600. I can't imagine like living like this the rest of my life at 600 calories. And I'm starting to kind of panic, because I have lost more weight on my own than I have lost through the surgery. Although what I've lost through the surgery has been faster, the weight that I have lost on my own has been slower, but it's been more. So with a 1 pound loss, it's kind of hard to face the doctor bills. And I have to face them now. So it's like, okay, I did all of this for that. I want to eat more, because I just don't have enough room to get in all the vegetables I need. But I've been trying. So this next week I'm thinking, forget that. I'm not going to go by the 500 to 800 guideline, and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to get what I need to eat at each meal to fill me up. And I'm going to eat the amount of vegetables I need at each meal or in between the snacks to make me feel good inside of me, because I feel sluggish, and it's just, I've stopped. I did the 5-day pouch test, and I kind of did it with success, and I started feeling better. But the thing is that's when I noticed that it's that protein, that meat I have to eat every day, that meat that's really making me sick. And I was eating chicken twice a day or whatever, and when I stopped eating it, I felt better. But then, of course, this 5-day pouch test came up with a weight gain. So not too sure what to do about that. Okay, I have some NSVs. My first NSV was that there's this blue shirt. It's a scrub, but it's pretty, and it's a top that I wear for around the house. And it fit me really well. It fit me. I could pull it over down behind my fanny. It wasn't tight across the bust. It wasn't tight across the hips. And it wasn't tight on the underarms. And I was happy that I was able to wear that. Another NSV I have is this. This is, as you can see, it has, well, line up. I'm trying to get that glare off of it. There we are. It is 2 bags, and I buy dried fruit. I like eating dried fruit. People say, how can you be a vegetarian and gain weight? Well, I did. That's how easy it is for me. And I barely ate any meats. And probably the wrong balance choices or whatnot. I've been researching into it. And I do eat eggs and stuff. But I don't really, meats make me feel sick. And a lot of my diet has been dried fruits. And this is an NSV for me, because I bought this prior to surgery, and thinking that I could, eat it after surgery. Then I found out I can't have any dried fruit. So the NSV is that it's still closed. It's developed a dust layer. Yeah, dust layer. It hasn't been opened, and I haven't gone to eat my nightly dose of fruit in the form of dried fruit. So That's a major NSV for me. And I will give that a little smile because I'm still angry that I'm paying doctor bills. Not only that, there's another reason for my foul mood. Can you see it? Yeah. I got it. And I got it bad. I got rashes all over. So I have a follow-up appointment tomorrow with my doctor, with the dermatologist. It's a follow-up to the MRSA because I had a little bit of rash that got infected. And I was like, what the heck? And that happened after the surgery. Soon after it started up. So I went, and it was just this one area on my tummy. And I went to the doctor. The surgeon told me to go talk to my regular doctor. My regular doctor said she wouldn't culture it. And she sent me to, I said, then I'm going to go see the dermatologist. After she gave me medicine to treat it, and I was following that treatment plan of hers, and I went back again, and I, just went, and I showed pictures of it to the dermatologist. So she told me, she says that looks like you had MRSA, and the MRSA colonizes on your body, and then when you have a scratch or a rash, and if it's broken open, it gets into it and causes that. And she was wondering, why didn't my doctor culture it? But I told her, I'll tell the doctor next time if that happens again. And my follow-up was we decided my follow-up would be when I would get another one of those infected, like rash spots or whatever it was. And so I waited. Meanwhile, I kept on feeling itchy all over my belly, and I told myself, okay, that's just stitches healing. That's a good sign. The itching just keeps on, the itching all over. And then I started getting the itching on my arms like this. Now, my daughter has eczema. My grandson has eczema. I've never been diagnosed with eczema. My parents, I used to get this kind of rash across my face. My parents called it heat rash, never sent me to the doctor for it, and I had to put calamine lotion, which stung like crazy and hurt like crazy, on my rash on my face, and I couldn't leave the house or anything. It usually happened during winter break when I was, 12, 13 years old, 11, 12, 13. And so I told, I've been waiting for something to get infected. The rashes haven't, but they stayed. Now this is the killer of it all. I was 17 years old, and my job sent me to, I broke out, they put me at, it was at a food court, and they put me in charge of hot foods one time. And then I broke out in rashes, so my job sent me to the dermatologist, and the dermatologist prescribed me a cream to use, a prescription cortisone cream, or hydrocortisone, or whatever you call it. So I used that, and I used it successfully. And then afterwards, when I got married and rashes would be outbreak, I always kept on having that prescription refilled. No one ever told me what the rash was or anything. Then my daughter was born with eczema, and they did diagnose that. They said what it was. She had the most beautiful rosy cheeks ever, and I was just so proud. I had a little baby with rosy cheeks, newborn. Yes. Hello? The nurse said, no, that's a rash. And I'm like, what? She was born with a rash on her cheeks? But yeah, so she suffered with eczema. I had her at a dermatologist. Everywhere we, took care of it. So if I had an outbreak, I'd use her medicine, since when she became older. When she became older, she could use my medicine. So my outbreaks came every once in a while. Then I had a hysterectomy, and my so-called heat rash, which is always worse in the summertime, and I would always get it when I'd come home visiting in Florida, which is where I'm living now. And I would, I'd get it on, just get the rashes, and I'd put aloe vera on it, or I'd catch it early. Well, it was usually on my inside of my arms, behind my knees, and all the joints. And anyhow, the thing is that my daughter and I shared the same medication. So, buy one prescription, share it. She got married, moved away. This was several years after my hysterectomy. It was at least 3-4 years after my hysterectomy. And I no longer had the rashes or the outbreaks. And the over-the-counter cortisone cream did work really well and took care of it. Well, now my grandson, he's 5, several years later, because that was in 2001, my grandson also has rash problems since he was little, and I recognized it as him having it the same as his mom. And I knew what to do to take care of it. There's certain foods you don't eat with her, and, you know, especially with the diaper rash, it was really bad. And so he also has the eczema. Now he's old enough where he also shares the same prescription as the mom, and the pediatrician prescribed a large jar of it for him so that they could share it together and not have to spend money for small little refills. So my daughter gave me some of that last night, because yesterday I went to Tampa to buy stuff that I needed. And when we wanted to go to the commissary and to the exchange on the base, to the store there, and see what was different. And because there's some things you can buy there that you just can't buy out here, out in the economy, out here, you know, in the civilian world. Especially when it comes to international foods. So I decided to stop by a medical facility because I know I can be treated at a medical facility. Found out, ooh, things have changed. You can't be treated at a medical facility. I need to have someone, I need to be under TRICARE Prime, I need this and that. But a nurse saw me, says we can't treat you, but she saw it. She told me what I could buy to relieve it. And she says, yes, it does look like eczema, and that is hereditary because she suffers from it and her son suffers from it. And I said, well, that explains my daughter getting it, because no one else in my family has it but me. And now there's 3 generations of us suffering from this stupid stuff. So on the way home, I picked up some of that prescription medicine that my grandson has, and I put it on there. My daughter looked at it and says, Mom, that looks really bad. I think you need my steroid prescription cream. And I told her, I says, I'm not getting anything that's never been prescribed to me before. I'm just going to let it go. So I called up the dermatologist, and I'm going to go see them tomorrow. And I told them, I said, this is a follow-up on the MRSA thing that I've been waiting to reoccur again. But instead, the rashes came and didn't go away, and the outbreak's gotten worse, which is true. So it's the same issue, but just they're staying. Look at that, my gosh. I mean, it's just horrible. And this one, I mean, it's just so itchy. I waited a while to make sure it wasn't contagious. I wouldn't let anyone near me or hug anyone or anything. Then I found out it's not contagious. It wasn't spreading around. But I do have it, some here, some here. But it comes and goes. It's not staying like this is staying. So I put the antibiotic cream on it to try to keep it from being too inflamed, and she said I could put ice on it too. From the MRSA, I have the antibiotic cream, so I'm using that. But the thing that I did find out, and that I asked the nurse yesterday at the Air Force Hospital, see, I'm sorry, I'm itching, I just get the slightest bit sweaty and I break out itchy all over, which is why my parents just thought it was heat rash and never ever took me to a doctor. And the darn thing was that I had military coverage when I was a child, and I was never taken to a doctor over it. So yes, I'm slightly pissed about that. It took me working and having my own job, full-time job, to get that, you know, to even get the prescription that I've been taking all my life. But it's just, I'm trying not to scratch as much as possible. It's miserable to try to take a shower, so I'm kind of stuck with cool showers. And what I found out, and what the nurse did say, is that yes, I stopped having these heat rashes. I'd have them just lightly after my hysterectomy. Eventually they went away. And this sudden release of estrogen and hormones in my body is probably causing this horrible rash. so bad, so it's not going to go away. So I'll probably end up with some kind of steroid cream. I've never been treated with steroids in my lifetime. Like I said, I've always kept it at bay by having that prescription and just putting it on when it starts. But since I didn't have it, since my daughter moved away, got up and moved away and all that, and I wasn't raiding my grandson's cream because I thought I had something else, I wasn't going to do that. Not without talking to the mom, even though I paid for the cream and everything else. But I showed it to my daughter, and she says, you're going to need some of that. But I'm kind of tempted to take her prescription steroid cream, but I don't want to because I'd rather just take something that's been prescribed for me that I know that I've always used. And I don't know what the steroid cream is going to be like. But I see the doctor tomorrow at 9:15. And in the meanwhile, I'll probably be spending a lot of time in a bath with a Avena oatmeal bath thingy. And just to try to get... yeah, it's just getting worse and worse by day. So I'm grouchy, and I'm super grouchy that I only lost 1.1 pounds, even though I've been tracing it and I've been tracking it so thoroughly, and I've been honest with what I'm putting down. And you know what? I'm going to eat more vegetables this next week. I'm just going to eat more vegetables, and maybe I need to eat the chicken meat. Maybe that's it. So yeah, I'll eat more chicken meat too. Yeah. That's it. Sorry for being so grouchy, but dang, can these hormones bring back the rashes that I used to suffer from before my hysterectomy. Oh, it's miserable. And I don't know when I had my hysterectomy. Let's see, if I had it in 97, that would be 14 years, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 17 years ago. So I was about 39 or maybe something like that when I had it. So yeah, and then yeah, so I'm doubly pissed. I'm pissed that I got raging hormones and I haven't lost enough weight to put up with the suffering of it. But mostly I'm really angry, and that what if this surgery fails? Because I know we've all felt that. I've seen our videos. And what if I just don't lose the weight? And I've paid all this money for it, and I'm still paying for it every month. Yeah. That's what makes me angriest. So I'm off to go relieve myself and get the itches off of me. And, yeah. Heat. Ugh. Bye. Take care, y'all. Love y'all. I'm watching your videos. I'm trying to follow up. I just joined Facebook and started being active in it. As a few of you, just welcome to the Loser's Bench. Y'all know who you are. Sorry, I can't think straight. And I'm thirsty. My throat's starting to get dry. I need my water, and I need my breakfast, and then I need to go pick up my grandson and try to live the rest of the day till 9 o'clock tomorrow. I'm counting down the hours till I go and see what is wrong. But yeah, eczema causing MRSA? Yeah. Definitely, that was probably what happened. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.